All right. Is everybody ready? All right. So, last we left off, the party had made their way all the way to the south part of the Isle of Narth, the giant island in the sky that your characters call home. Uh, you went there seeking out the organization known as the Eyes. Gathered up some information and found that there was a lot more civilization down here than any of you expected. Um, you met some people at the trading camp, including a rooster man who helped fill out your map for you a bit. You got some information that there was some people getting messed with around the area of the woods, and so you figured that was as good a place as any to start checking out for the eyes if people were being fucked with around the woods. Uh, you all made your way to this little sliver of an island here, which houses the Grelland Woods. Um, upon arriving, uh, Graveheart did some magic to sort of figure out what sort of animals were nearby, and you all discovered that there are dinosaurs in the area. Um, you all began to sort of creep around, hoping not to run into the creatures that you found out were living nearby. Before Valin, in her normal heavy armor wearing manner, got caught by one of the dinosaurs. Um, before we roll into all of that, um, everybody can go ahead and give me a perception check to see if you notice the dinosaurs as they ambush you. All right. So it won't get a surprise attack on you, Valin, but it is pouncing on you. Onaker is taken entirely by surprise. As is Graveheart. What the heck? Oh. I went and I confused myself. I love it when that happens. I didn't get a roll from Mika at all for perception. Oh, you absolutely see him coming. So Valin, Meep, and Mika are not taken by surprise at all, but Graveheart and Onaker are, which makes it a wash because there's three who spotted and two who didn't. So the T Rexes do not get a surprise round. Right. It should say under your features, wild shape. That's the highest you get is challenge rating one. You, yeah, yeah. I wonder if it's your circle. I wonder if, yeah, you probably get higher level challenge rating shape changing. But let us roll you all over to the combat scene. Whoa, that sounds a little intense for. I was like, there we go. Battle drums is good. I'm also gonna real quick. Uh, Valin, Mika, and Meep see all three. There we go. That's a little bit better. All right. And we will go ahead and start initiative. Sounds good. I'll try and remember and remind you. I think that's everybody. Okay. Uh, Okay, so at the top of the round, we have Mika Willowtail. As you guys are sort of making yourself or making your way east to west along the Glendale. What the fuck? What did I call the fucking woods? Greland. Sorry, fucking brain fart. As you guys are making your way east to west across Greland Woods, uh, Valin is just like stomping her feet despite trying her hardest to sneak. And as you guys get to this point across this dry creek bed, uh, this Tyrannosaurus jumps out of hiding just as you guys all spot it and goes to attack Valin. What do you do? Not Valin, at Altha. It is Mika's turn. You're good. When you do get back, don't worry about like moving out of range of it because it hasn't engaged yet, so it does not get an attack of opportunity against you if you move away from it. I don't think you'll want to use your Gale Sprint MIDI attack. I mean, you could use the longbow if you want. I was gonna say you got your Gale Spirit Grace bow. That's got a plus 14. Yeah, so that'd be 22 with that one. Which will hit. And also a reminder, if you guys hover over the thing that you want to target and hit the T button, it will target them for you. You can roll damage because that will hit. And I believe you get one more attack. Hot damn. Yeah, and then go ahead and roll damage one more time because that second attack hits too. I saw that I saw the dice go, but I didn't see the number pop up. crazy. That was the first attack. Can you roll the damage off of that one now? It's like, I mean, no matter what, it's like you always hit. So 21. All right. Um, did you want to move or do anything else with your bonus action? You would, I will say, you would be aware of the other two Tyrannosauruses, the one to the north and the one to the southwest, if you want to change where you move it all. I believe you can hit Control Z and undo your movement. Heck yeah. Oh, she hunting. Alrighty. Sounds good. Onaker, you are up. Yeah. Here, let me run parse real quick. Where, there you are. Okay, check again. Grid should be up. Here, let me make the grid darker. That will miss. Hell yeah. I got it on her. Um, did you want to move it all? Oh, okie dokie. And it's the big man's turn. He's gonna shimmy on over here as it finishes coming into view. The T-Rex gets a multi-attack. It makes one bite against Valin. The bite will miss Valin, and then it cannot make its tail again. It's the same target, so it's going to tail sweep Meep. And that'll be a hit as it smacks you with 3d8 plus 7 damage for 20 damage against Meep Geebles. As its tail sort of feels like sandpaper smacking across you, laden with these purple crystals pointing out of its flesh. All right, hit me with them cutting words. Your AC. Well, it's 23 to hit, so he needs to roll a 4 or more. Yeah, yeah. Oh! as the tail goes to sweep Meep on a cur says, "Yes, sir." And that'll take the Tyrannosaurus Rex's turn. So that makes it Valen. What do you mean you don't see anything to do with damage? What level did you cast it at? Spirit Guardians. Uh, 3d8 radiant damage, uh, and 1d8 extra for each level above. So it would be 4d8 slash R 4d8. There's a space between the R and the 4d8. Nice. Okay. That's for attack rolls. Oh, so I don't know how you cast it, but if you click it when you cast it, there's a button that says save versus damage, and then it asks you what slot level you're casting it at, and then it'll pop up, and then it will give you the option to roll the damage. It's okay. I'm just letting you know so that you can get the number on there next time. But what is your save DC? Is a 17? Is that a wisdom saving throw? I don't think it gets any bonus on that. So it'll be a straight will save. And you have a 17 DC, so it fails that. It's going to take the full 21. Very nice. Was there anything else Valin wanted to do with her turn? Okie dokie, that brings us to Meep. What? What's it for? What? That's okay. We can figure it out for you later. Is it a material component? Do either of them have a cost attached? Then you have that, yes. It would be in your spell components pouch. Yeah, the only materials that I'm going to require you to need to like hunt down are anything with a cost. Yeah, here's a refund. You can go ahead and try that again. Like that. Yeah, for sure. He gets to make a DC 18 dexterity saving throw, which his little tiny arms definitely do not help him on as he is affected by your reverse gravity. Okay, you gonna make me look up fall damage, aren't you? Awesome. Like grab a tree with its jaw or something. All right, very cool. And it would immediately fall and hit the ground because of the laws of gravity. Bring it. Smash that T Rex into the ground like a 4-year old in a temper tantrum. That's a lot of damage. Does it say it does that? I think it does because of falling. So we will open up my easy effect. Oh, not Valin. Wait. Oh, okay. It wasn't Valin. Okay. So yeah, it is. I made it prone. Uh, I I mean it's a T-Rex. Like how is it gonna like? It's not a cat. If it were a cat, it would get a check. What's it gonna do? Flail its little tiny arms? Okie dokie. Then this guy, they have 50. Is gonna dash. That'll be his turn. That makes it Graveheart, who is going to. Let's see. He's not here, so I'm gonna play his character like I would an NPC. And he doesn't notice the one coming from the southwest, so he is focused on the one fighting Valin. He is gonna go opposite Valin. Oh, he can't go that far. So they're gonna go here. And then they are going to bonus action. Where is it? And then they get 2 attacks. One of those hits as Graveheart smacks Starchild into the back of this T Rex covered in crystals. And that will be all that they can do. Which brings us to the other one. Which is gonna roll its way over here, dashing behind Graveheart. It is going over that log, though, so I am going to make it make. Oh, that'll just be straight. Just gonna acrobatics check over that. It does fine at least. And that'll be its turn as another Tyrannosaurus Rex comes right up beside you, Mika, and stops right over Graveheart. Mika, you're up. Angry? Not yet. Ooh, okay. So remember to roll the attack from your bow like normal. And then you get the damage off of the arrow. That hits. That number didn't show up for me again. Did it show up for you? Interesting. Okay. Did that work? Did it show up there? Did a thing show up in the chat box for you to click it all? See if that works. What the hell? All right, so roll 7d6 plus 1. And then you get the 1d8 plus 7 off of your ice bow, too. Hell yeah. And then 1d8 plus 7. Damn. Still not bad. All right, 33. Let's see. 41. 33. 1. 1 8. Okay. Now it's looking bloodied. Got a second attack for me? Oh, yeah, you did say the one that was right next to you, didn't you? Oh, my bad. Okay, I gotta move that around. uh, I think I did the math right there. And then this one would be the one to take it instead, so that makes that. And then 13 damage. Is that to the same one? Okay. And that does another 13. And that one is already looking kind of rough. Anything else you want to do with your turn, Mika? As Mika is just riddling these giant lizards with arrows. That brings us to Anakur then. What's your passive? Because I imagine you'd look around as soon as you saw the other one. What's my button to? Is it GHU? You're 12. It's I know on Beyond it has it listed separately. It doesn't have it on your character sheet here, but if you go under the actors menu at the top, there is party overview, and you can see it from there. So you got AC, perception, investigation. Yeah. Yeah, I mean it's big, it's loud, and there's another one that just came from the north, so I'm sure you see it. It shouldn't. Oh, it. I guess it should. I definitely hits. I've heard of choking your chicken, but a T Rex sat on a cur. All right, this T Rex gonna stand up. It's gonna look at the thing that just threw it in the air, and it says, "It's your turn to get bite." No, I mean unless you got speak with the animal on, in which case maybe. All right, and then it's gonna tail swipe Graveheart. Actually, I think yeah, it gets advantage because flanking. Not that it helps. And that'll be its turn, which brings us to Valin. And I think you also deal damage to it again because it is in your Spirit Guardians. Sure. No, but it would have. No, I'm saying you get to deal that damage, yes, because technically it moved out of Spirit Guardians and then back into it. So deal damage twice, Valin, and I will Wisdom save twice, likely unsuccessfully. See, ain't that the thing about Tyrannosaurus Rexes? They're not very wise, they're not very smart. No, her DC is 17. So it takes another 23 damage. Now it's Valin's turn. Huh. Um. Hmm. Damage 2 times summon level minus 8d8. What? It just says it says just 4d8. Okay. Yep. You can roll the other 2d8 though, and it should be correct next time. Yes. There's a lot of sixes. Um. So yeah, you slash with Arin's arm, and then what did you deal? 3, so that will deal another 3 damage. So 107. As the its head is over you. You all just watch Valin like jump and like she's waving her sword in the air over her head, slashing as she jumps. Anything else, Valin? What's the raccoon doing? Uh, is it? It's a beam. There should be measurement ray. Yeah, like that. Flat. I was gonna say flashback to Valin nuking your monkeys, Super Saiyan style. Yeah. All right. So DC 18 Constitution. Don't worry about placing it. Just roll your roll. We know what you're doing. The first one crit fails. The second one doesn't crit fail, but still fails. Let's see. Sunbeam. Sadly, it doesn't do anything extra on a save. Thank goodness for convenient effects. A blinded creature can't see and automatically fails any ability checks that require sight. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage, and the creature's attack rolls have disadvantage. I think it still gets its attack of opportunity, but it has disadvantage on attack rolls. I can double check real quick. A blinded creature cannot make an attack of opportunity according to the rules. Okay. And yeah, it's been bloodied for a sec, yeah. They both look bloodied. Yeah. Yep, yep. He definitely don't see you. Oh, he wouldn't even gotten one anyway. You're still within his threat. Does he have reach? Oh, yep, that's true, isn't it? All right. So he can't do nothing. Graveheart up. Graveheart will. Oop. Oh, he is. Okay. That will hit. That was very close to a crit, too. You know, I thought this fight was going to be a lot more threatening. I don't think I've hit a single one of you once, really. Yeah, I've almost hit a couple of you. uh, I guess this Tyrannosaurus is going to attempt to attack Graveheart. It would have advantage because flanking, but it has disadvantage because of blind, so that's a normal roll, which actually hits. I actually hit someone. Let's fucking go. I was gonna shit myself if you had silvery barbs somehow. I shit you not. He does have damage reduction though, so it only deals half damage, which is cool. I'm cool with that. That's fun. He's gonna uh he's gonna tail swipe Mika. And that one is going to be at disadvantage because you are. Holy shit, I actually still hit at disadvantage. You could do it if you rolled max. Thank you. I need this. I need this. And so the blinded T Rex starts flailing, and somehow that works out better for it than anything has so far. And it somehow bites Graveheart, which seems to do less to him than it should. And then it whips Mika, probably accidentally in the whole process. But that's its turn. I guess. Mika, you're up. Oh, for sure. Definitely hits. Solid. That one is not looking great. Neither of these two are. Not that the one incapacitated is looking great, but you have to roll a 1 to miss these. I don't know if I thought about that. The T-Rexes are suddenly regretting their decisions. You can move out of its range because it's currently blinded if you'd like, Marky, without getting hit. Very cool. All right. Didn't want to do anything with the bonus action at all? Okie dokie. We got this. All right, Anakur, you are up. And I believe that means that the shit on this guy ends, right? No more incapacitation. He doesn't have much thoughts to begin with. The brother's got a -4 on this. I'm gonna let you know, which means that I have to roll a nat 20 to make the save. He's not. And then muddled thoughts is he minus a d6 off of attacks and saves or ability checks. I'm not sure. So it's concentration and attack rolls? Okay. Ability and attack is all I really need to worry about with these guys. Got it. Okay. Anything else for Onakur? Firmly grasp it. Athletics or acrobatics? It doesn't have any extra bonuses, so it's that. Hand attempts to grapple huge or small creature within 5 feet to use the hand's strength score to resolve the grapple. So you have a +8 on the grapple roll. Huh? Is it the difference between legacy and okay, I'm checking what it says online it says to do the grapple. So you'll make an opposed strength check for it. If the target is medium or smaller, you get advantage on the check, which it's not at the moment. But you can, you have a +8 for your strength check on it. There we go. You got it. 2d6 plus your spellcasting ability modifier. Why? Maybe it's the level. What did you upcast? Okay, here. Let me edit it real quick. What the hecky hey? Bam. I'm getting good at this shit. I wonder. How much damage you deal? That was not correct. What the fuck? I think that's the correct number. I think that's what I just went to type in. I just was shocked by what happened. Yeah, that's correct. Oh my god. Okay, and then it's grappled. Yeah, and it's looking a little floppy at the moment. All right, that makes it its turn. It it may be blind and grappled, but it can still attack. It's going to bite at Meep, which will be at disadvantage. Yep, that misses. And then it's going to attempt to tail sweep where it remembers Graveheart being. Gets advantage on that for a normal roll. Actually hits. He's going to get damage reduction, but I dealt some damage. See, I thought this fight was going to be so much scarier than it has been. That's Bro's turn. Valin, you're up. Yes. Also, roll damage again for another Spirit Guardians because it started and ended its turn in your Spirit Guardians as I make a Wisdom saving throw. Another 16 damage, so 3. Okay, now you can move. You will have advantage. That hits. It is looking like shit. You're using. Hey. You're using the type of movement where you need to hit space after you drag your token where you want. Because you're using the measured movement. Space. Okay. Make sure you go in the upper left and you've got token control selected. And then you've got select token selected. And then you drag your character where you want. And then you hit space. Right? Oh yeah, you have to go around it because you can't go through the space of the enemy. There you go. You figured it out. Eh, yeah. Okie dokie. Meep, you are up. My dinosaurs aren't blind anymore, right? S- okay. Go ahead, roll your damage. As Meep reaches into his spell component bag, throws out a bunch of sugar and some kernels of grain and a smear of fat, and a bunch of bugs start swarming. Holy shit! The This one for sure is down. So as Meep calls this swarm of insects from the northeast of the woods over these Tyrannosaurus rexes, the T Rexes immediately go down and the bugs start crawling in and out and feasting upon the dead. Anything else for Meep? We're creating a bug free zone now. The bugs are in the bodies. Southwest. Zoom out. I did a good job at making them blend in, I guess. All right. Anything else for Meep? I mean, it doesn't have anything stopping it this turn, thankfully, because it's gonna get the fuck. Or well, it has muddled thoughts, but seeing its friends dead and having muddled thoughts, I think its survival instincts kick in, and it's gonna dash the fuck out. Is anybody gonna go after it, or are you gonna let it run off? Oh God. Okay, well, wait for your turn. It's Graveheart's turn. I got 40. Mika. The two that were fighting your friends are down, and the other one is running. Seems like it. I mean, I asked for a consensus and everybody said yes, so I imagine your characters look like they're about to chase it down. So, exactly. All right. With concerns stated, it's Anakur's turn. Yeah, now that you guys are out of the throes of combat, if everybody's in agreement that you're going to let the other one run off, we will pull you out of combat. Very good. Okay. As it stomps off and roars as if trying to, like, reassure itself or something, but it does not look back. Um, but yeah, you guys are now in this humid clearing. I think I described yesterday that there's like mist flowing from like I think the southwest. So it's very foggy, not like super foggy, but like there's a fog. Um, and humid. So it's like very kind of like borderline rainforest while still looking like a regular forest kind of. Um, like you step back in time to the prehistoric era, though your characters may not quite understand that. You do have two dinosaur corpses resting here, one of which is riddled with the corrupting moon crystals. What would you all like to do? Get some. Okay. Okay, you're gonna try and tan some T Rex hide. All right, I will say that the skin on the crystalline T Rex, it seems like it might be harder to harvest from because it's riddled with the little purple crystals all over the place that poke out instead of scales here and there. All right. Go ahead and give me a athletics check to try and. Why do you keep putting yourself underneath them? You you fucking psychos. Uh, is crazy. All right. I need athletics from Monaker. Meep is going for food. Let's get a survival from Meep. Valin is trying to take leather for tanning. Let's get a survival from Valin. Did Mika want to do anything? Yeah, its skin is still slightly warm to the touch. Uh, the crystals burn a little when they touch your skin. Uh, on occur, you're having difficulty rending one of the fangs free. Uh, you break one that you're working on and have to move to another. Go ahead and give me another athletics check. Graveheart will see you struggling and come over to help you, so go ahead and do it at advantage. Uh, Meep, you are able to cut like several pounds of Tyrannosaurus steaks out. How much? How much are you looking to harvest? True. I'd say that like a pound of meat would probably last a person a day. It's like a day's worth of ration. Okay. You're easily able to harvest that. Valin, you get a decent slice of skin. Um, you're pretty new to the process of like tanning and stuff, so like it's not the best, but like it's usable. And on occur with the help of Graveheart, you are able to pry a tooth loose as he uses his bracers to sort of like use some sort of like ice pick style thing to go up into the socket underneath and pry it as you pull forward on it and it pops out, roots and all intact. Yeah, fun fact about Tyrannosaurus teeth is that they had a thing of meat getting stuck in them because they were all uh, cavitied. So I imagine that when you pull it out, it smells god awful because of all of the bacteria, and then you press to digitate it, and it smells not like much of anything at that point, but like the feeling remains. All right. I'm sure that they already have as the Gallimimus start rolling in and picking at the corpses next to you. You not providing as much meat and not threatening them, they sort of ignore you for the buffet. Well, before you guys got into combat, you were heading west. Here. Well, I here. We're gonna move back to and let's go ahead and it's the rage symbol. But yeah, we will come back to this map so you guys get a better idea of where you are. I can't quite make out what you're saying. Your mic's being funky. Yeah, a little bit, yeah. A little? Do you have what the fuck is it called? Much better. No wonder you sounded like you were getting further and further away. You didn't know where to look. All right. So what were you saying about investigation or something? So you guys are on the lookout for the eyes down here, and the last consensus I had was that everybody was gonna try and scope out that college. I would say that from where you guys are in Grelland right now, because like we're still immediately after the fight, you wouldn't be able to see anything. Everything that's on the map is what your friend that you met at the trading post drew for Valin. I can't remember his name off the top of my head. The chicken fella. Well, they're all named after Bakan in some way, but it's probably like Chkan or Baga or like something like that because that's how their naming convention. um so yeah, it's really hard to get a grasp of like what actually is there. You just have what he's drawn for you, which is what you see. Yeah, he was kind enough to label several of the islands for you, so everything is labeled as it's labeled. What is happening? Is- uh, like, uh, Constitution saving throw? Oh my god, I think it is. Oh my god, there's no fucking sound for you guys being captured this entire episode. Holy shit. Yeah? They still can't?
T-Rex skin.
Now they can.
And that's a great place to come in on eating T-Rex skin. Well, while we're doing this short rest, I will use my song of rest.
Nobody told me. All
I'm
right.
sorry for your I'm sorry for your loss.
I'm
So with my
sorry to anybody watching later or now or what the fuck ever. Fucking, I feel idiotic.
So you're so when my mom first joined, she couldn't hear me at all. Oh, I love that.
Yeah, very funny. She said stuff. She said hi and everything. I'm gonna have you mic check from now on, Alpha. I see that you tuned in, so
All right, I will do that from now on.
thank you. But
I
yeah,
gotta make
so
sure I write that down.
short rest. Who wants to make a luck roll for the party?
That's not the luck roll. That's my song of rest. But yeah, I'll do it. Let me roll this luck. It's just a straight d20, right?
Yep.
All right. Papa needs a new pair of shoes.
You are able to all take your short rest without any intrusion, although there are some spooky ass noises outside of where you guys sit down to rest. There's something there's something bigger and scarier out there than what you fought.
I am my song of rest is very quiet. I'm kidding. It is essentially ASL. I'm using sign language.
Anakur gives everybody the song of rest through interpretive dance.
I think the only person who needs to heal from that short rest would be Graveheart. If you want to roll his healing. Ooh. he also gets 7 on top of that from me.
Okay, he's back to full.
$31 healing total. Nice.
Mika, make sure you give yourself a short rest, and you can use your hit dice to recover and get a +7 from Oniker's short rest bonus. I'll just add the 7 for you right now. Oh, there you go. Back to full.
Yeah, he oozes.
Woohoo!
All right. So yeah, after you all sit down for a moment and have a nice rest, you feel a little bit better, that's for sure. There's some spooky noises in the woods around you. No sign of the eyes yet, although the Tyrannosaurus that you did fight was corrupted with the moon crystals.
Which is usually a sign that we're in the right place. And it sucks that the right place is usually the wrong place, the place where no one should be.
So yeah, after your short rest, it's about 3:45 p.m. Did we still want to head towards the college immediately after the rest?
I don't see why our trajectory would change unless something else comes up.
Okay.
Yeah, that's cool with me.
Sounds good.
And I'd say we should probably try and attempt a stealth again. Because if we heard something bigger out there, we'll probably be more careful.
I have Pass
Alright.
Without Trace.
That will help.
Alright, I'm gonna cast Pass Without Trace.
No one get scared, I just cleared the chat.
Sorry.
Hopefully my clanking won't cause anything.
I'm
Alright.
frightened. So I believe each creature I choose within 30 feet of you, including me, has a +10 bonus to dexterity (stealth checks) and can't be tracked except by magical means. Creature
Good.
that receives this bonus leaves behind no tracks or other traces of its passage, and I'm going to select everybody in the party, including me.
Alright, all of a sudden, you stop leaving footprints. Your smell gets contained. You become a lot harder to find.
Everyone makes stealth checks.
Yes. That +10.
Yeah, that was oh. I have a +8 normally, so I currently have a +18. That was a savior. Ooh. Valen, you
Remember
do have
disadvantage.
disadvantage.
You gotta roll it again. You still get the
Alright.
+10, so don't worry. +26, 13.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Hey, but never mind.
Oh no, turns. Okay, it's alright.
All right, and then we're gonna. Dun. You are very lucky. You all begin making your way through the woods. Even Valin is quieter than normal. And it takes you a few hours because you're moving slow, moving quiet. But you make it to the edge of the woods about the time that Meep's spell is wearing off. And you look out on the nearby islands, the one to your southwest being covered in the Mage College. You look to the south of Valin with the question you asked me earlier in mind. There is a route that extends out towards Tulgi from the Mist Tree.
And do I see the land that the mystery is on? Is that the same land that the college is on, or is it separate?
It is separate. It's another island. There are routes reaching out to 3 of the 4 nearby islands.
I'm assuming that just excludes the pump works.
Yes.
All right.
Although you can see that there are pipes that connect the pump works to one of the 3 islands the Mist Tree is connected to. And below you is abyss, space, and stars.
Do you think that this might be a good alternative to like throw away the purple crystals?
Just
Just push
dump
them
them
off the
off
edge?
the planet.
Yes.
That's a real not my problem anymore solution.
Kind of wish
We don't know the
we
rules of this.
they'll just be falling forever.
Also, the island to your northwest looks like a giant geode, but the center has been like blown out. So there is a bottom to the hole in it, which you can see from the edge of the island that you are on, but it is very deep and it's just a straight pit. There's crystals, but they're all at the bottom, like something hit it and knocked them all down.
So is it like natural, or did it or is more like a meteor asteroid hit?
The geode was natural. Something unnatural caused the crystals to fall. It's hard to say what from here, though.
So did we want
Alright,
to?
everyone's wings and flight attendants are ready to go.
Take a wild shape. Unless somebody wants to carry me.
Hypnos. Hypnos is definitely gonna. I've got Hypnos, and Hypnos can carry one other person.
Mika, you can join me on flying with Isode.
I shake my head. Yep, sounds good.
Alright, well, Graveheart can carry Meep then. So that
Okay.
the owl doesn't have to get strained. And you don't have to waste a wild shape.
Alrighty.
Oh, sorry, I was
Southward to the
sneezing.
building.
Yeah, you all do your normal flight stuff, and you make your way across. The island that you find yourselves on is almost entirely made up of the Mage College. The southern part of the island, uh, sort of underneath the tree here, but what you probably land on coming across the gap there, makes up like a courtyard sort of deal. Um, there are benches, a fountain, some hedges, all sorts of things, but everything is untended looking. Some of the benches are sort of falling apart. The fountain is not running, and the water inside is green. There are dead leaves all over the trails, the paths, and like the hedges look untrimmed.
Huh, I was hoping that there at least be some people here, but obviously no one has been here for ages.
I guess school's out.
Well, maybe there's a clue here that could lead us to what we're looking for.
Can I look around the courtyard and try to see if like there are any signs of like maybe like a impromptu banner or signs that maybe somebody made a camp nearby or anything like that?
I mean it. It kind of looks like it's had some like foot traffic, but it doesn't look like anybody's set up base or anything here. Um, and with what Valin said, I'm assuming you start looking for an entrance.
Yeah, Belinda's is gonna. Her goal is trying to find the place that has paperwork to figure out when this place was abandoned.
That starts to seem pretty difficult as you walk the entire exterior of the college and you don't see any doors.
Can I use a nature check to see like if I can see what type of plants they are and how old they might be? If it's like abandoned and overgrown.
Um, I mean, like, you know plants and stuff fairly well. If this was something that was supposed to be tended to, you would know that it hasn't been tended to recently.
Okay.
I would say that anyone that would like to can let me know if you'd like to focus on the exterior of the college or the courtyard with an investigation at all.
I'll do the exterior with an investigation.
Belinda, she like puts her fingers between her two eyes and says, let what has been unseen be seen."
I would like to investigate the courtyard.
Do you have an ointment for the eyes that costs 25 GP, Alpha?
I should still have some left over from the last time I used this. This has been a while, and I will admit I have not written it down.
Okay, we're going to say that you have it for this time, but if you want to use the spell again, you're going to have to get some more, okay?
Aye, aye.
So make sure you make a note of that. As Valin uses True Seeing, where are you looking, Valin?
Looking at the walls, pretty much trying to see if there's any doors or any
Okay.
switches.
So you guys are going to do another walk around the exterior?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and give me an investigation check, Meep.
I can't click on my guy. Wait, can I just do this? Okay, thank you. Investigation, not super good, but that's okay. Nope. I don't know nothing. I'm just thinking about grapes.
You see some windows up high. You're like, Valin, as you and Meep are walking around the exterior again, everybody's sort of looking around. You find a little bit of magical writing near the north side of the building. There's sort of like a staircase that leads up to where you see the writing. And the writing says, uh, sorry, I can't find where I wrote down what it was supposed to say. So I'm gonna come up with it on the fly. Uh, if it is passage you seek, uh, dispel the protection from the entryway.
As Valin is reading it, she says it aloud so that Mika could hear too. If it's passage you seek, dispel the what?
Protection from the entryway.
Protection from the entryway.
Not exactly correct for the situation. So yeah, you're all able to hear Valin say that.
Anyone have dispel?
I'm still in the courtyard, so I don't know actually how close I would be to hearing this.
I do not have a dispel.
Graveheart will shake their head.
I need to double check, but do I have like the spell on like the backlog? Let's say if we stay here for the night, I can use it the next day.
Let's see.
I could do that if we take a long rest.
So at least one of you can.
So what do you guys think? Should we stay outside here for the night, and then the next day we can try to break in?
That sounds good to me.
Valen, you also have Dispel Magic if you decide to switch out your spells.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So yeah, you guys can decide who picks it up.
Well, Meep, if you wanna do it, it's all yours.
Sure. Let me see what I got here. My third levels. Oh, unprepared daylight. Sure, I got it now. Assuming that we are taking a long rest and we go through it all.
All right. So where do you guys want to set up camp for the night?
Before we do that, I did ask to investigate the courtyard, and I've been standing in the courtyard, so Onakor has no idea that everyone else has a plan to want to long rest.
I said if you wanted to investigate, either to roll an investigation. Sorry.
Oh. I mean, I have a passive of 21, but I got a 15.
Well, with if we take your passive, you would find that it doesn't look like you know how a courtyard would look like, somebody's set something up to like sit down and like read somewhere. Like there's like next to nothing. There's some like like footprints that came through at some point, but like it looks like it's been like a week since the last person come through here. So like been a long time since anyone has been around the outside of this building. The fountain, upon closer inspection, has a ton of coppers at the bottom of it. But like I said before, it is very green. I imagine all the coppers are as well.
It's bad luck to take somebody's coin from a fountain. I ain't trying to incur that type of bad juju. But I'll wait by the fountain until everyone else comes back from walking around.
All right, so I imagine as everybody is trying to figure out where you're going to camp for the night, you head back to meet up with Anakur, and inform him of what you saw at the door.
Yeah.
All right. There's some signs of people having been here, but it's at least a few weeks since anybody's been around the outside. But if we want to make camp, I can just throw up my hut for us, and we can just rest here for the night.
Sure. That sounds good for me.
Sounds really good.
Alrighty.
Okay. Did anyone want to keep watch at all?
Well, if I'm throwing up my hut, we shouldn't need to do the watch.
Question: how many hours of book reading can I get out of this?
You have to sleep for at least 6 hours.
Yeah. Well, I think... Let me double check what it says, because I think it's 8 hours. Long rest is a period of extended downtime at least hours in length, during which a character sleeps or performs light activity, reading, talking, eating, or standing. Watch for no more than 2 hours. So yeah, you have to sleep at least 6 of the 8 hours you're resting. If this rest period is interrupted by a period of strenuous activity, at least 1 hour of walking, fighting, casting spells, or similar adventuring activity, the characters must begin the rest again to gain the benefit from it.
Okay.
So, you could get 2 more hours of reading.
Yeah, I'll do that.
And that makes it 5 more days before you can divine intervention.
And I'm going to spend 2 hours practicing my star song.
And how does that book work again? It's... Let's see. Where's your book, Alva?
Book of Exalted Deeds. Oh shit, did I not put it on?
Yeah, are you not keeping track of things?
I'm definitely keeping track of that. I have not read it, so this will be the first time opening it up.
All right, it's on your character now.
Oh, thanks.
Okay, so you have 2 hours into your book. Got it. And I think it specifies within a period of time. What the hell? It removed it. Okay, to benefit, if you have performed at least one act of kindness, uh, 80 hours reading and studying. Okay, so it doesn't specify that it has to be done. So only a creature of good alignment that is attuned to the book can release the clasp that holds it shut. Once the book is opened, the attuned creature. So you have to use one of your attunement slots, just so you know.
All right, I can do that.
Ah, convenient. You only have 2 things attuned, at least according to Beyond. Okay. So you attune to the book, the clasp opens for you, and you begin reading for 2 hours. On occur, you begin working on your song some more, and you get an even greater view of the sky, as well as the underneath the island that you haven't been able to see before, really. Go ahead and, well, I mean, other than when you were in Zelk after the explosion. um, Go ahead and give me. Let's do performance at advantage. Yeah, you start bringing in some like stars from like underneath to fill in certain things, and like you're starting to feel like a little bit of power behind this. There's like an oomph starting to kick in.
Nice. My fingers are tingly.
Yeah, there's a little bit like static. Uh, did anybody else have anything they wanted to do while you guys were taking this long rest?
Meep is already asleep.
Hell yeah. So we will pass by 8 hours. Although I'll say, since Valin and Anakuri are doing something, go ahead and give me a perception check at disadvantage. So yeah, you guys go to lay down for the night, and I don't know if you like pop out to use the restroom or what happens exactly on occur, but for a split moment, you look outside and you see a bunch of people walking around as if they were here the whole time, but you can see through them.
Anakor had to pee. The feeling to pee, the sensation to pee has left his body, and he's just gonna like almost like a like it does. There isn't a physical like thing to touch in this. Like he can just pass through the wall. But for flavor's sake, since it's a blanket fort, he like opens the curtain a little bit, sees that, and just closes the curtain back up, and then just goes back to his bed. If the only other person I'd assume that's still awake was Valin, and as she's sitting there reading, I'm just gonna like as I start to like finish up my song, I go to roll over and go to bed, and I'm like, there, a ghost outside.
Oh, I heard that laugh. Wait. Valin like looks over to Anakur. What? He's like got too hyper focused into the book.
Outside, there are ghosts. Do with that information what you will. Good night.
He like eyes at the door to lead you outside. Like, okay, do not leave the tent.
I'll say for flavor purpose, because technically you are supposed to be able to like it's opaque looking out, so you can technically still see stuff through. I'll say that there's a little like tent window near you, Valin, that you can just kind of peek outside and see and be like, oh yeah, look at that. Ghosts.
Yeah, they're all wearing like various white cloaks in very plain style.
Nerds. They're ghost nerds.
Say that again in front of them.
No. Good night.
I didn't think you would. Good night.
And you all sleep through the night with no issue. But as you awaken in the morning and the tent disappears and you all begin to set out, there are footprints everywhere.
That's crazy. I didn't think ghosts left footprints.
That's gross. I don't like it.
Yeah, it's about 5 a.m. when you all come to. Being in the southern part of North, it is very dark. It is early in the morning. The sun is just barely scraping over the northern horizon.
Did we want to fire up a quick breakfast before we head to dispel these protections?
I got
I'm
dinosaur
gonna need
steaks.
some tea. So yeah.
You want me to fry up some dinosaur steaks?
Yes.
Yeah.
Delicious in
That
dungeon sounds amazing.
although none of you are allowed to ask me whether or not it's a form of cannibalism for me to eat a lizard, because that's offensive.
Meep, your spells have been updated.
Okay, awesome.
Oh, I need to actually take a long rest so I get my spells back.
Yeah, I'm just gonna create a bonfire. And then start
That's a
cooking
bit
these
big. I don't
dino
know if you need to
steaks.
do. I don't know if we need to go that big. That's crazy. That's crazy. You're like, I'm gonna cook some steaks on fire.
Well, I do have an oven that I can drop, I think.
I can use
Yeah.
prestidigitation to make a small campfire.
Well, I
Okay.
mean, Meep, that Bizarro's magic oven is it is an oven. You can use it to cook.
Does it have a stove
You
on
know
it?
what?
That's what I really want to cook on.
I mean, it's made for baking, but
Okay. We can do
Uh,
yours, Annika.
all right. I will
Make a little fire.
prestidigitate a bonfire or a campfire, not a bonfire. Jesus, I just said no bonfire because that big.
I believe the Bizarro's magic oven was originally belonging to a cupcake fairy cleric.
That's incredible.
Yes.
And then I'm going to use I'm going to, as a way to help Meep, I'm going to summon a mage hand to hold any sort, because I know that Graveheart has the pan that we could use, like the camping utensil thing that could be used as a
I have
stove,
camping
something
utensils
to
as
cook
well.
in. Okay,
Or
well,
I
I'll
have
summon a mage hand
cooking
to hold
utensils.
it, so you don't have to like risk burning yourself.
Yeah,
Heck yeah.
Graveheart can also summon whatever sort of tool is needed to do any sort of survival check.
Of course, I'm
I
making
can
tea.
do it. Should I do survival check to see how good these T-Rex steaks are?
Sure, go ahead and make a survival check at
With
advantage.
I was gonna say, does my mage hand also give advantage?
That's a 26.
Yee.
And I don't even need to have Mika make a check. We know she's making good tea.
Cue the Monster Hunter cooking animation of Meep just salting these steaks perfectly.
While that's all going on, like Valen is like still like huddled underneath her sleeping bag, but she like holding the book above her head as she's like trying to read as much as she could before they gotta leave.
This song is called Tea Time, and I'd like to imagine that it is Mika's theme song. Yeah, so you guys successfully Monster Hunter cook up a meat and tea breakfast.
Heck yeah.
Trying to see if I have anything in my inventory. Oh yeah, I do. I'm gonna just take my 3 whole coconuts and roast them.
Hell yeah.
And I will ask Graveheart's assistance in cooking these so that way I can have advantage on the survival check because I only have a +2.
Sounds good.
Oh,
Hell
thank
yeah.
you.
And it's not too hard to roast a coconut, thankfully. You're able to just kind of like throw them in with like the fire for a little bit, and they come out nice and steamy and sort of like.
My only concern would have been if I got a nat 1, I would have forgotten to like stab a hole in them and they would have exploded from the steam.
Oh god.
They would have been improvised weapons.
You
Oh.
all take 1d4 shrapnel damage.
Let me edit and make them roasted coconuts.
What do I need to roll for one of those shrapnels to end up in Valen's mouth?
Benihana!
Wild. Wild.
We made it to Mongo Barbecue.
All right. And then to go with my, as a little like after breakfast dessert, Anakor will break one of the one of the coconuts open and give some of the roasted coconut to everyone.
Thank you, Annika.
You're welcome.
All right, you guys are eating fairly well for eating scavenged food. Nobody's getting scurvy, we'll say that, you know?
Nice.
Good.
All right. So, after eating and cooking, imagine everybody gathers their things up and you all head to the front of the college.
Yeah.
All right. You approach where Valin saw the writing. Safe to assume that Meep is casting Dispel Magic?
Yes, I am.
All right. Go ahead and consume the charge. You
Okay.
all watch as Meep casts Dispel Magic, and Meep, you're like at first you're not quite sure what you're supposed to be casting it on, but the spell connects with like something behind the surface of where you're casting, and then there's a sound of like mechanisms and things, and the wall sort of opens up inwards, revealing that there was a door here the entire time. And as the doors are opening inwards, they were like it was just like smooth against the outside wall, so it's like watching an eggshell sort of open up inwards upon itself, and there's this sort of like tethered lantern looking thing that you watch a glow go out on as it rises up towards the ceiling as the doors are opening. And upon looking into the building, you see this sort of atrium. It looks like there was seating, like someone could orate upon a stage here at one point, but everything is just shattered. The center of the room has this strange patterned indentation, with the most central point in the room being the deepest point in the indentation, stretching outwards. There's plants along the entire exterior of the room, like almost like halves of trees growing out of the wall, that extend upwards, reaching towards the light that comes through the windows above, and growing into all of these plants, these vines, these trees and bushes and things just looking like they're growing out of the wall, are dead bodies in white robes, skeletal at this point, all frozen in various like poses of shock and fear. Here and there, a bone has fallen to the floor or to the wayside, what have you. Some have turned dusty over time. Everything's brittle, but the plants are thriving. There are two doors that go to the north and the south off of this central atrium. They look like they would be harder for the larger party members to get through, but everybody should be able to make it through them. Was there anything anyone wanted to look at in this central room?
Sorry, you can go ahead real quick.
Nah, you go ahead, friend.
Mm. So it looks like the plants did this?
Um, you know, sorry, you know plants pretty well, Meep.
Mm-hmm.
You've cast a lot of spells that summon plants and things, I'm sure. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
this looks like somebody summoned these plants, but unlike a lot of spells where you like summon a vine or whatever, like whatever this is was permanent.
Hmm.
So someone like physically like created. It was like somebody had the spell create trees.
Okay. Hmm.
Yeah, so it's a little outside of the norm of like druid or basic like spell casting.
Interesting.
Hey, Honor Curve, by chance, could we use your mage hand to touch the plants? See if they react?
My mage hand, which is currently doing the cousin it thing and walking on my shoulder on its fingers, jumps off and goes over to touch the tree coming out of one of the corpses.
Yeah, all the plants react like normal as you all begin to investigate them. I'm sure at first with very cautious motive, like so the hand sort of like messes with the tree, and you do everything you can to sort of like get to the point where you're like, okay, this is a safe thing to like for me to touch. And then as you all begin to investigate, these are normal plants.
Do we see what could look like a point of origin of the plants?
All of the roots are around the central impact at the center of the room. The pattern seems a bit strange, but it's kind of hard to tell under all the fallen foliage.
And you said they're growing out of the skeletons, right?
No, they're like growing out of the wall and the floor. The roots all
Oh,
extend
okay.
towards a impact at the center of the room.
Okay. Sorry, I got like from in my head, I heard you say that we found the corpses and each of the corpses had a tree growing out of it.
No, it looks like the plants grew suddenly and like grew through the people. The plants are
Okay, so it's just
definitely
like okay, I
there's
see what you mean now. Like it's a big burst, and it's like the plant had spikes essentially, which were the arms of it, and the people just got impaled by them.
or like the plants grew so suddenly that like branches grew through people, roots, trunks, vines.
Okay, that's a
Yeah,
clear image to me.
there's a lot of skeletons hanging here or there as if like Christmas decorations, but various different kinds of trees, bushes, vines. It's almost like a little
Do
mini
you,
forest in here.
meat could you communicate with the plant and figure out if it like how it got here, like what brought it here? Like I don't know what extent. I'm not trying to be like, oh, you're a druid, you know plants or some shit, but like, do you have the ability to like be able to sense that?
I can speak with plants, but I do not currently have that spell on me.
I forgive you this time.
Well, I didn't know we'd see a Christmas tree of bodies.
I need to I hate that I have the tool pan flute, but it does not have Orin's pan flutes. Like it's not I don't have Orin's pan flute anymore because I can't remember because I know all the spells that were on that were plant related, so I want to know.
Okay, one sec. Let me see if I have. Not that. Mm.
I remembered one of them was all I remember is the one that was like the plant growth, but it was the one that you have to do the hour long, however the casting, because I did it that one long cast so I could give that one area the boost, like a mile radius, plants would flourish.
Hmm. It seems like it just fucking completely disappeared on
Deleted
me.
it.
Okay. I'm gonna have to remake it. Don't let me forget that.
Okay,
I
I won't.
I believe it had speak with animal, plant growth. I can look at a video. I'll figure it out.
Yeah, that's fine.
I don't think you were attuned to it either, were you?
I'm currently not, no, so I would have had to take the minutes or however, isn't 10 minutes to tune?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
But
I'm currently full attuned because I have my sword, my ring, and my bow.
I think that this is a good place to call it for the night.
Okay.
That sounds like a Gucci plan.
And then I can figure out what your pan flute had, and we can get that back to you. You know, I'm gonna double check
I
something real quick.
Okay, sounds good.
I really hope those bodies don't start moving if when we do the wrong thing, if we do it.
So Lynn, you don't have to worry. They're the skeletons of nerds. How strong can they be?
I don't know. Dead people with plants coming out of them can be pretty strong.
I think that's a misthought. These aren't dead people with plants coming out of them. These are dead people with a plant in them.
Or plants with dead people in them. Something like that. But
On them.
semantics.
This is a death mystery. Oh, death mystery. Oh, death mystery. Please do not bring them back to life.
All right. Well, with that
That
on
wasn't a
the
good laugh.
table and in the back of my mind for next time, we will call it there for the night. Thank you to anybody who tuned in and watched either in the stream or on the VODs on YouTube, whatever. Appreciate, love y'all. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, fucking anything you can. Everything helps us. Get algorithms going for us, help us get seen. But we appreciate you. Have a good one until we see you all next time. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night. Thank you.
Remember to spay and neuter your pets.
Also, sorry again about the audio issue at the beginning. I we will double check in the future. That was really silly. That's the onus falls entirely upon me. My bad. I'll try and put a marker in the video. Hopefully I do that. Yeah. If you watched the video through the silent part and I didn't put a link to the part that isn't silent in the VOD, let me know and yell at me in the comments. I'll get it done. Good night. Thanks for tuning in, Josh. Night night.